Hey guys, here's a match I had 2010 no gi match. I'm the extremely emaciated guy who just pulled guard and fell over, basically. Uh, Competing against James Vyers, really nice guy from North Carolina, and this is a no gi match. Here I am playing a little bit of open guard. As usual, when I was competing back in that time frame, I was really trying to work some things, experiment, and you can sort of see looking for an arm drag there. I think I was playing with arm drags from butterfly guard a fair bit. Controlling the posture with the hand on the head like that has been a really useful way to set up this overhook here. Bringing the person in, and if they take the bait and grab the underhook, or if their hand slips off, getting an overhook from butterfly guard is a useful position for me. I've used it for a very long time. You can see James gets his arm free here, though. And I'm just thinking, all right, let's reset. Taking my time, very patient. Not super duper focused about winning, although it would have been every tournament I entered, I always wanted to win. But I also wanted to experiment and try some stuff out. And that was really the big picture for me back then. Here I go for setting up a leg lock from the bottom. I think I was more interested in playing single leg X than setting up like a finishing heel hook at this point. And I backed up to butterfly guard there. I'd been using heel hooks from that setup for a really long time, and I just wanted to try something different. Move to close guard. Trying to control that posture. Pulling the head down from there is a good idea, but I should probably also be thinking about hooking that leg. There I go, just a day late and a dollar short. I don't want to be picked up ever in competition, no matter what the circumstance. Just it's not a safe thing to do. Really put your trust in your opponent. Even if your opponent means well, they might blow out their knee and fall and land on you or something. But here I am working my closed guard, just trying to pummel. James doing a good job here to control my arms. Now he slips down and it allows me to set up a leg overhook here. You can see his right arm is trapped underneath my back there, right here. And so that's kind of a good position for me, relatively strong position, setting up that omoplata, pulling the leg across. But I neglected here. I'm going to back this up just a bit here. I really screwed up this omoplata. So what I should be doing with my left arm here is as soon as I pass that hand over, boom, that left arm, it should be blocking, swimming over the body and blocking the hip. So as soon as it passes over, as soon as that leg passes over right here, boom, I should be thinking about swimming. And what I should do is I should forward toward my head so I can clear it. And because I missed and because James hopped over quickly, I was able to pummel and do a good transition in that moment for a single leg, really just to control the leg. So from here, boom, I grab the single leg, turn back over, step over, good guard recovery, good job, former self. And I'm working right into deep half, which is really one of the main areas of focus at the time for me. I was really, really into deep half. I'd been studying it for about 5 years at that point. It finally started to make sense. And you can see I'm reaching over here, kind of still playing, kind of finding my bearing from deep half. I personally, in no-gi, typically, I really prefer to control this leg, what Jeff Glover used to call single leg deep half versus double leg. Double leg has its uses, but single leg is great for no-gi. And that's a very interesting transition. I'm going to go back here. So we're here in this position, deep half guard with a hook. I'm playing with the inside hook right here. Not the only way to play deep half, but it's a way. James is waiting for his opportunity, and he's going to hop over, and he's thinking about this leg, or he's thinking about a back step pass, a step over to a back step. So he goes for it, boom, and I said, all right, I'm going to follow you. So good job for himself there following. Past me was all right at jiu-jitsu, you know. I had a lot to learn, but I was okay at certain things, and this transition was good. You can also see there I was looking to control his arm. This is kind of interesting. Too far down this rabbit hole, but if I can hook that arm right here, the one that he's using to control my leg, I can actually turn lemons into lemonade, right? So here's my hand creeping through from the bottom, and I hooked his arm. When I hooked his arm, that really took away a large measure of his control, but I also have his base compromised over here on this side. Unfortunately, because he hopped quickly over, I wasn't able to take advantage, but I followed. I did a good job of coming up on top. And sometimes the easiest sweeps are just ones where you follow the person and you get on top. Got kind of a classic half guard position, looking at crossface. My crossface wasn't great. I developed that over the next 5 or 6 years after this. It was all right back then, but I just didn't really understand what I was doing as well. Looking to switch my base, maybe thinking to set up a Kimura here. Go figure. Even back then, I was well beyond the phase of just experimenting with these things. And that was an interesting scramble as well. So I go in for the Kimura. I'm looking to feed that arm through, and he bridges up. Fortunately for me, I remember that I've been using this pass for a long time. So my right leg, as soon as it comes free, James has to explode. I step back, and I have this base back here, and just barely able to recover and transitioning into a nice over-under guard pass. Not very nice, though. I should really be smashing that leg more. You know, early stages for me for a lot of this stuff, so I got lazy. I let James get back up to his feet. I was very lazy back then, but also just experimenting. It was all about experimenting. Sit right back down. Working a little bit of guard maintenance here, thinking about being pretty open with my half guard, letting some things happen. You hear there a minute and a half is left. Maybe you can hear it in this video, I'm not sure. Just some hand pummeling going on, nothing super duper significant, although I'm looking to control the posture and transition back to butterfly half, which is just bread and butter for me, just very comfortable position. So I don't mind giving up the underhook. Overhook is actually better for that position. And here's a nice butterfly guard sweep. Just worked on that for a number of years. And it was pretty good back then, too. And I had mutton chops. I'm sorry, world. I had mutton chops. This was just, I like to goof around with my hair sometimes. So classic butterfly guard sweep, using the mutton chops. James goes, and I made a pretty good transition here. This is a significant transition. Again, waiting for the legs to explode so my right leg can come free. As soon as my right leg comes free, I step back to slow him down, but I want James to come up on top so I can weave that right arm through here, setting up a nice Bravo choke. Some people call it a Darce. That's because they don't know the history or the proper name of that move. And here I am, just giving up side control in the bottom. And the referee is quick to jump in and say, tap, tap. And I let go of the pressure, but really great job, former self, of experimenting, trying some things out, playing. And good job to my partner, my opponent here, James. Nice job, created some interesting scrambles. And to me, it was always about, that's what it's all about right there. You have a good match, learn some stuff. Handsome Alan Bevier, raising my hand at the end. And this was a U.S. grappling event. A lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed.